Welcome to the Military Exchange Talk Show, and I'm your host, Corporal Tim Thorne, and I'm here today with the VA Health Center, and this is Terry, and then you're, sir?
Eric.
Eric?
Patrick.
Patrick?
And Greg.
And Greg. And they're all from the, are you all from the Canandaigua VA?
Correct. Some of us work at the Rochester Health Fitness Center, but we're all part of the Canandaigua VA.
Now, this is the name? Gerofit?
So Gerofit is a program that we have at the Health Fitness Center. I'd like Terry to say a little bit about that.
Terry, I'm Corporal Tim Thorne. I'm glad to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And I know you have a new facility and you have a new program for the vets, so if you could tell us a little bit about it. I'm mostly curious, of course, introduce the guys first and yourself, but as a health fitness center, my first question would be is just tell us the general overview and what you guys do there.
Okay. We've had a health fitness center or a gym at the Canandaigua VA for many, many, many years. And in August 2011, they opened up another gym in Rochester at the Mount Hope location. And in January of 2014, we got a grant from a federal program that allowed us to kind of expand our services. The grant was a program that helped us develop Gerofit in Rochester and Canandaigua. And Gerofit is for veterans who are 65 and older. And we have sessions in the morning in Rochester and the afternoon in Canandaigua. And from that we were allowed to expand our gyms by having the grant and buying more equipment and expanding programs for other veterans, even veterans who are not 65 or older.
Good.
So we service all the veterans that get their care at the Canandaigua or Rochester VA. We have behind me 3 certified exercise physiologists that work at the gyms. We have a PT assistant that works at the gym. I'm a physical therapist, and we have 1 more exercise physiologist that works at the gym as well. And they can help you, if you come in, customize your program. If you want to do that, you can come in and work out on your own if you want to do that. And right now we're open from 7:30, well, in Rochester 7 to 4:30, and in Canandaigua 7:30 to 4:30.
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, sorry.
No weekends?
No
No
weekends.
weekends.
Okay. Now, so here's would be my first thought. A guy like me wants to go out. I'm not a stranger to the gym, so I know what I want to do. Mm-hmm. Yet I know there's a dietary type of avenue that I want to go down. You know, I know you work with people, I'm sure, that are injured, mm-hmm. You know, and they're rehabilitated, and you want to help them with that. But what about the guy who wants to lose weight, but he knows he needs help with the diet side of it, like a dietitian? Mm-hmm. And maybe that dietitian works with some of his medical issues. Do you have anybody on staff or any way to work through that?
We don't have anyone on staff in the Health Fitness Center, but we have dietitians, registered dietitians at the VA, at both VA sites, that we can help refer you to, or your provider can refer you to. And we work closely with the dietitians, so if we both try to get you, like if you came to us, we would ask you to go to the dietitian, or vice versa. They would ask you to also put exercise in with that diet.
What about rehabilitation?
We work very closely with rehabilitation. If someone, say, is going to physical therapy or occupational therapy, and they've completed their program for there, we will, usually the physical therapist will talk to you and say, we have this great gym, so you can continue with your exercises. We all work with the physical therapist to know what exercises you've been doing and what you're going to be allowed to do going forward, and we continue with your program and help you expand that program if you're in rehabilitation.
That's very nice. So you have programs then, mm-hmm. for everybody, mm-hmm. and we know about the facility. So I'm not 65. Maybe I just got home from the war or whatever, just got out of the service, and I am eligible for VA benefits. Mm-hmm. How do I get into the gym?
So you will first see your provider, and your provider will put in a consult, which we've instructed the providers, we've given them the instructions of how to put the consult in or referral for the health fitness center. Once we get that, then we call you and set up an appointment for orientation, just to go over some health questions and show you around the gym and show you how to use the equipment. Even though people have used equipment and used gyms before, we want them to be safe on the equipment. We want to make sure they are. And sometimes people will come in and say, I've used this equipment before, but they're not using it quite correctly, so we want to make sure they have the correct form when they're doing that.
Well, I go to a gym now that has too many machines. And even though you look at the diagram, you almost know when you sit on it and you're going like this and everybody's looking over and then somebody comes over and says, that's for your feet. And you go, oh, I didn't know. So I'm sure if you've got, you know, all the more modern equipment, you have to have somebody really show you how. And amazingly, I've been going to a gym now for 3 months. Nobody's showing me anything. I really do have to look at other people, watch what they do. It would be nice to have a real qualified staff that went around and said, let us help you with your goals.
Right.
So I think that's great. Now, obviously, all of you are in great shape, and I'm really impressed. How old are you, sir? Greg, right? Or no?
Patrick.
Patrick.
I'm 58.
Step out here. Look how good Patrick looks. Doesn't it look good? And of course, then there's the two poster boys right here, and then you look great. So, are you guys using the gym, and do you are you all veterans, or anybody is?
We are. The three of us are.
The three are.
Army.
And you okay? Army,
Air Force, 9 years active.
Air Force.
Air Force, and you guys use the facilities yourself?
We do.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
How do you like it? Do you tell us a little bit about yours?
Love it.
Yeah.
With that as an option, and being a vet, it's the only thing that I would use. Being able to have access to it, because any other gym you go in, like you mentioned, you go in and you're kind of lost. All that equipment's there. You don't know what direction to go in. Nobody's giving you guidance unless you're willing to fork out extra cash to get that guidance.
That's right. We had a lady try to pick us up
And they
at
do.
a little table just so she could be our private consultant for cash.
And it is, and it's costly. So this is a great benefit that we have, to have vets be able to be referred to the health fitness center and have that professional exercise guidance to meet their goals in conjunction with the other specialists that they may be seeing, whether it's a dietitian, chiropractor, physical therapy, what have you.
Because in the gyms, like the lady that was offering to help you, a lot of times she's going to make an assumption that you're generally healthy if she's a trainer. So that's the benefit with us, is we have access to your medical records. We can go in, we can take a look, and we can give you specific information that's tailored to you and your medical needs. So that's a pretty specific thing that we can do for you that's really nice. It's different than a normal gym as well.
Yeah, I could tell she was a chubby chaser. She saw me sitting at the table and then sat down and started chatting, and I went, watch this. And of course, her and her husband have been doing the gym thing for 2 decades, and oh, by the way, for money I can help you. But you know what? That chances are, especially the fact that she's not going to know my injuries. She's not going to know my dietitian needs.
Right.
And they throw you in there, and the first thing they're going to do is probably put you on an incline, like what do you call it, where you walk?
For the treadmill.
Treadmill with an incline. Then I get an ankle injury, which is almost guaranteed, right?
Right.
Boom, I'm out. Now, do I really feel like going back to the gym? 40 pounds more, 3 more years later, maybe I want to come around again. What good is that?
Right.
And that's another thing in regards to the facilities, we do have a pool as well. So a lot of people say, well, I'm very limited to a normal gym and the land-based activities. Well, we have a pool, a fitness pool, chest deep water, that you can go in, and we have an exercise program in the pool that's been very successful as well.
That's heated, right?
It's kept at 83 to 86, so
Yeah.
it's warmer than a normal lap swimming pool for sure.
Right across from rehab, right?
Yeah, directly across from
Yeah, you can tell when you go down there, you can smell the chlorine, but you can feel the heat and the steam. And I got to tell you, I know a lot of old guys that go there, and they're very happy with the pool. So that part I already know that most of the vets around here are happy about.
This is something we were talking about not too long ago, and that's like we see these other fitness centers are offering memberships for like $11. We're like, I don't know how they can stay in business for $11, and what it really is they're selling that personal trainer, that service that costs a lot more is what keeps them in business.
Well, most people, and I'll tell you exactly how it works. I went there 2 years ago, got a little hurt, body started to fight me back with arthritis, and you know, what I was told was if I had just stuck it out, the arthritis would have given up more to the workout. But the arthritis kicks in more, and you go, I feel terrible now, and you stop going. But do you stop that $20 a month thing from leaving? No, and then they make all that money
Right.
from all those people who never really show up.
Right.
And I was watching another person work out, and it was funny because it was a young lady, and she wasn't physically unfit, but I could tell she was lifting weights like she was going for pure strength. 3 reps, as hard as she could. Not very coordinated, could barely do them, and then she'd put the weights down and walk away. And, you know, how long before she gets hurt? Because
Yeah.
there's definitely something, and I mentioned it to him, I said, don't you want to help her? I know that that's not what she could possibly really be doing. She's lifting weights, you know what I mean, like you would for sheer strength.
Right.
And somehow she got that in her head. And they said, well, we don't even have a trainer on staff today, so all those other people with the t-shirts on
Well,
weren't doing a thing.
Well, the key is they sign a liability waiver when they walk in that door, so that they pretty much wash their hands with it. So that way, anything you do to yourself, it's really on you.
Now here's the other thing. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, but even if that was a goal of a veteran coming to us, I mean, all 3 of us certified strength and conditioning coaches, so, you know, we could do it the right way of building a person up to get them into lifting those heavier weights where we could reduce the likelihood of having problems from that, so.
Well, I was going to ask you that. I know you have a games. My old buddy Jimmy McDermott used to go to these
Golden Age games.
Golden Age
Golden
games,
Age. Yep.
and I was wondering if wouldn't that be a great place to start? Coming to you guys a year before, getting ready for the next year's games, and getting in shape, and you're coaching them.
Well, we are
Yeah.
working in collaboration with recreational therapy, who usually are the people that take the veterans to Golden Age games. And last year we actually had, how many that are in our Gerofit? 3 or 2 or 3
At
guys
least 3,
who
but
won gold at the Golden Age games last year, who participate on a regular basis in either Gerofit, the pool, or the gym. And, you know, we're helping them this year
yes.
with what they're going to be doing at the Golden Age games as well.
Nice. And to go back a step. Oh, go ahead.
No, I didn't say, so you're absolutely right, it makes a perfect match, you know, in preparing for that.
And going back a step, so a young guy comes home and he's missing something. Some, I don't know, hand, maybe it is from the knee down. You guys are able to work him in so he can, because the new vets, a lot of them, the new thing is, it's like a culture thing. They're not letting that amputated leg stop them. You actually see lots of videos online where they're going to the gym, they're working out, and they're, you know, one guy, I swear, if he's not my hero, he wanted to get something off the top shelf, and he took his leg off and knocked the cereal off, put the leg back down, and then they show him eating. If that's our new vets, then I'm very proud of them, because they have this, you know, can-do type of attitude.
Yeah, and typically what happens is they see physical therapy first, because if they're brand new coming home, they're probably getting, if they're missing a leg, they're probably getting, you know, adjustments to their prosthesis, or getting just new prosthesis, something different. See physical therapy first, they kind of have a baseline of what they've been doing, and then they probably come down to see us if they've been working out. When we've had amputees in the clinic, we've had paraplegics in the health fitness center. We have a multitude of diagnoses.
That's
Yeah.
good, and they feel at home.
And they feel at home.
And I think they feel at home, which has been my last thing, because why? They're working out with other vets.
Yes.
Correct.
I have already made friends at this other place with at least 2 or 3 Marines. Just those are the first guys that walked up, said something, and now we say hi when we show up and stuff like that. I gravitate towards other veterans, and I know that they like that too.
Yeah.
So now you got a gym in a fitness center full of veterans. So you're really with your own kind, and you're enjoying that. I'm
And
sure. Have you guys had a lot of
Run by
camaraderie?
veterans.
Run by
Absolutely.
veterans.
Guys come in and say it's almost like being back, back on active duty, back at home. So that's how it is. Everybody gets along. There's good camaraderie, and there's jeering among the different services. So it's very friendly. It's fun. It's competitive.
Most of the time it's friendly.
It's very friendly.
It's a great atmosphere.
That's nice. Anything else? You want to tell everybody where to find you? Facebook, website?
We are on the Facebook page, the Canandaigua VA Facebook page. The address is there.
Yeah. Phone number, you got a phone?
The phone number that we have, you can call the Canandaigua VA, which is 393-8027. That's the direct line for the Health Fitness Center there. The Rochester Health Fitness Center is 463-2600, extension 32517.
Very good. Thank you very much, and thanks for what you're doing.
Well,
All right,
thank
thank
you
you.
for having
Thank you.
us.
All right.
Great.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You
Thanks
too.
for having us.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.